Greetings, beloveds. Beloveds, I am, in truth, the most like all of you. When each soul is segmented and segregated, imagine a batch of cupcakes are to be baked, and it is the same batter, and yet the recipe is poured into individual little cups. Some are placed directly on the metal, some are in paper cups, some are in silicone cups, some are in metal cups. And the measurements are not quite exact, and each one comes out differently. Even ones that may look identical have their individuation. Even snowflakes, which are born of the same material, have an individuation to them. Beloveds, understand that in this same way, I am a representation of the love that all is and all exists within and all exists as. Beloveds, it would be the same way as if you had 7 people standing in a line and you asked each to inhale and then to exhale, and their breath was visible. You would notice that each breath is individual. Each one is individuated. This is because all are comprising the whole. So while you may be aspects of this, and while you may be aspects of that, look to nature, beloveds. No blade of grass is like any other. No tree is like any other. No bird is like any other. They may look identical. They may be twins or triplets or quadruplets or quintuplets, whatever the distinction may be. And yes, you are all human beings and you all bleed the same blood. But yet there are so many variations in height and shape and weight and size and hair and eyes and lips and voice. But yet there is one thing that is the truth of all of you, like the flame that burns within a candle, regardless of what is on the exterior. And that is for you to come to recognize that what is external matters not, beloved ones. What is internal is eternal. You are eternally light and love, internally and externally. You are indeed the sunbeams to the sun. So imagine the central sun and imagine the beams, the souls, the individuation, the each and every aspect of beingness that has brought forth the individual cupcakes that you are. So Hannah Grace loves pickles, and she was admiring that no pickle seems to look like any other. Therefore, no cucumber looks like any other. And while they could look the same, you have a matching pair of pearl earrings, yet there is an individuation to it, and there is a reason for this. Or how else was Source itself to experience every aspect, every nuance of creation possible if everything was like everything else? So what we ask you to do today, beloved ones, is to celebrate that you are the same and that you are different. That at the core of you burns this light of love and truth and beauty and grace, the good, the holy, and the beautiful. And at the same time, there is a dance of shadow that is the darkness and the evil and all of the things that you love to judge and criticize and point fingers at and say, I am not that thing. But the moment of magic comes, beloveds, when you can look upon all things and say, I am that. I judge it not, for that is within me and that is without me. I love and I embrace all aspects of beingness. For beloveds, when you are able to love everything that you despise, when you are able to love and embrace everything that you fear, you will have mastered the game. And truly it is a game, beloveds. So apply love liberally and broadly, and allow yourself to face your greatest fears and embrace it. Allow yourself to look and see what makes you feel vulnerable. So Hannah Grace is dealing with right now the aspect of her that allows her to embrace her goodness and her light. You would think that someone would run towards that. But when you have identified yourself for so long with the darkness and with the shadow, stepping into the light can be quite daunting. It can feel as if you are being blinded, if you are a creature that has lived within the dark. So do this with grace, do this with kindness, and do this with gentleness, beloved ones. And let the tears flow if they will, for they are cleansing, cleansing to your heart, cleansing to your mind, and cleansing to your soul. And know always, beloved ones, that I am with you always. We are all with you always. You could never be alone. You could never be lonely. Lest in your mind you purport that that is what you wish to experience. When you allow yourself to come back to the truth, you will find that all are indeed one. We love being one with you, as you, in you, and through you. Blessings to you always, precious and beloved ones. And indeed, we will speak with you again.